Hang on, Hailee.
And the front again, darling. Hold it, beautiful.
Looking this way.
Vera, on the left, love. Vera, right in front of you, love. The front of the outfit.
Vera, one look back. Where are you, sir?
One more time, Johnny.
And Brian right here. Alex, to the left, Alex.
And look inside the head for me right here.
Alex. Right there.
Alex, right here.
Right here, straight away. Thank you.
Play it straight ahead. Chin down a bit. And it's
Thank you.
Ladies, straight ahead.
and Birdie straight ahead, ladies, straight ahead.
Go.
I'll take that.
Looking back to your right. Ladies, right behind them, right in front of you. On the right, guys.
All the way right.
Straight up. Right here.
You went in there first. You got it. One of you.
Oh my God, this is incredible. This never gets old. I mean, this feels so special just to be able to be with this incredible group of people and celebrate what we've created. I just cannot wait for fans to see it. It is such an honor. I mean, even that feels like an understatement, but I am so incredibly grateful. I feel so lucky to have everyone at Marvel believe in me, at least enough to play the role of Kate Bishop, and that means a great deal to me.
And it just feels good, man. Feels good. I can't wait to share this with people and get to watch it myself with my family and celebrate this holiday season, man. I can't wait. Yeah, it's kind of a big part of, I think we'll learn in this series what Hawkeye's superpowers really are. And it's his heart and his tenacity, and it comes from family, and this celebrates that relatability of his character, and I love it, man. Can't wait.
It's an amazing night. I'm here to celebrate Hailee. She kills it in the role. We're under a big, fat, full moon. It's an awesome night to celebrate. Oh, aren't we overdue for a really wonderful Christmas story? And this is it. This is it. Just in time for the holidays. It's like family and Christmas time. You know, it's the holidays, you know, and also New York story. A New York Christmas is nothing like a New York City Christmas.
Oh, it's such a thrill. It's so festive, which is very exciting. I love kicking up the holiday seasons with all of the Christmas trees, you know, reflecting the show, of course, and to be on the red carpet. It's just nice, you know, after some tough years. Like, it's just so refreshing and exciting to get to see everybody again and to be here. Yeah. It's thrilling. It's so exciting to see that there is excitement for the show. I love the fact that Clint finally gets to have his moment, because he's been in all of these Marvel films, but we haven't really gotten to dive into his story, and he's one of the most relatable ones, I think, because he is just a person. And he doesn't have superpowers, and he doesn't have an extensive spy training background, and so it's great to see this kind of family guy who is a superhero, who is one of the people. And I think there's going to be, and it's a lot of fun within the show, because there are other characters that I think are very relatable in that sense as well. It's so exciting. It's so exciting to be able to sit in the El Capitan, to be here in Hollywood, and to share this experience with all of the people that made this project come to life, to be in the Marvel world with all of the Marvel people, here as a team, and the excitement and the festivity of it all. It's wonderful. It's so wonderful.
Oh my gosh, it is so fun. I love the fans because they're finding little things that I didn't even realize. Maybe they're catching things. I'm like, oh, if I see this on Twitter, I'm looking at it. And it's fascinating because some of the Twitter fans are just crazy with the specifics and everything. So, but I just absolutely love the fans. You know, they're great.
Being a part of the MCU is just something that, you always think about as a kid, and that makes it very exciting. And then the team that was all a part of it, Disney being a part of it with Marvel, I mean, it's a dream come true. I think there's going to be so many revelations in this show, and the fans are going to be, there's a lot of aha moments, and that's going to be exciting for people to especially on social media, of how they're going to come out after each episode and really take to what Reese and Bernie built, the directors, and what Disney built of what this show is about in the 6 episodes. I'm really excited about it.
Well, it's like a big family reunion. We spent so much time in Atlanta in lockdown not seeing anyone else. So coming here and seeing these faces and seeing the bottom halves of all these people's faces is quite spectacular. So it's lovely.
Well, I think we finished color grading last week only. So we got to see everything again and see all the effects in and see it all come together. And so this is just the lovely cherry on the top, just to be able to see everyone, relax, watch the films. It's going to be amazing just to feel it with the audience. It's so great. And I think also just the approach to the Christmas is such a surprise in this story, and it's kind of almost the absurdity of Christmas, because everything that happens is not to do with Christmas other than trying to get home to family. But just to kind of celebrate that and we shot it just before Christmas last year, so everything was starting to get Christmassy, and so it really felt like it. But I think it just brings something to this, another layer to the story, that we all love films that are set at Christmas, and we all have those films that we reference, and hopefully Hawkeye will become one of those.
I mean, that's wonderful because the tone is so special. I know that it's almost like all of the best comedy from Marvel came together in one TV show. That's Hawkeye. But it does have this ebb and flow of the comedy, and then there's like these really deep emotional and very human moments. So I think you feel that when you're watching it in a theatre with people that you don't feel when you're just watching it at home. So that's going to be really special for us. Yeah.
It really is something different because there is a palpable sense of people's connection to this material, and how they feel about it, and the history they have with it, and the emotional connection they have. Because these aren't just shows; they kind of run deeper than that, which I've come to really appreciate. And when you get people out here who are soaking it up, kind of like we are, it makes it nice because you get that sense of community. Well, it's. I love that it's set in the holidays, and I love this kind of irreverent spirit that it has and it brings. And you have adventure, and you've got all the things you want with a Marvel story, but you have this great connection between Jeremy and Hailee's characters that is so fun and funny and really drives it forward in a great way, and all wrapped up in a Christmas bow. Who could ask for anything more?
Oh man, it's amazing. I'm so glad to be a part of it. Just as a fan of the Marvel Universe, and now I'm here, it's amazing. It made it real. I wasn't sure it was real, but now you officially see it. And Marvel fans are just huge, from the comic books that you grow up on to the movies that they make now, and they really don't let you down, so I'm just glad to be here. And it's just in time for Thanksgiving, when you're gonna be around most of your family. You can watch it with your family, and who doesn't love those shows that you watch as a family and everybody remembers? And hopefully it becomes a tradition. What's the show they always show on TBS? A Christmas Story or A Wonderful Life? Hawkeye's the new, Hawkeye's the new It's a Wonderful Life. I'm calling it now.
I'm extremely well. This is just the most exciting thing ever. It really is. I'm one of the first people in line to see these movies, and to be here launching Hawkeye, which I left home for 6 months to go and shoot. It's just the most incredible thing. It really is. Big time. Like I said, I am one of these fans. Whenever I had my last Zoom audition with Rhys Thomas, our director, I was almost tempted to answer the Zoom in a Spider-Man onesie, just to show how much I'm really into this. But I was worried that would be a bit too much, you know. So I am one of the fans. And I think this show in particular is going to be such a gorgeous relief from what has been very, very intense sort of Marvel stories recently. And, you know, like Clint Barton is the family man. He's the only one that's not actually super in terms of, you know, power element. So he's the most relatable in many ways. And I think Christmas in many ways was cancelled last year. I think everyone was so on board with having a good Christmas this year, and to share this story along the way is going to be really, really special. Well, this is what I'm so excited about, because I haven't actually seen all of it. I've only seen the tiny little bits that I've been in that I needed to do a little bit of work on. So to share it with the fans, and this universe wouldn't work without the fans. You know, it must be the most loyal troop in the history of anything ever. So to share it with them tonight is going to be really, really cool. Really cool.
It's exciting. It's been a long time coming. It's a little bit surreal. I'm thrilled that it's finally going to be out in the world and that people are going to get to see it and that we're here to celebrate it. It's a holiday show. It's I think very much in the tradition of classic holiday movies, the kinds that you watch every year, and I hope that people will be watching Hawkeye every year at the holidays.
I love it. It's our first Disney Plus series starring an honest-to-goodness Avenger. It is our first red carpet event for one of our Disney Plus shows, and it's great because the truth is, and I hope people who've seen the shows agree with this and understand it, these are just as big as our movies. So much love and so much work and so much effort goes into them. Everybody in front of the camera, behind the camera. So having something like this and a celebration of debuting the first 2 episodes is great, and all of these, as big a crowd as I've seen recently here on Hollywood Boulevard, it's wonderful. You know, we'd never done it before. Going back to Age of Ultron, we saw that Hawkeye had this family. He's the only Avengers with a family. And we felt like it gave us the opportunity to do a story during the holidays, focused on family. It's not necessarily about the end of the world. It's not necessarily about somebody coming and blowing up the earth. It's about, will Hawkeye make it home for Christmas? And obviously introducing Kate Bishop and meeting a whole bunch of new characters who will continue, we hope, throughout the MCU. But really just enjoying something with your family on Disney Plus for the holidays, between Thanksgiving and Christmas, and we've been working on this for a number of years, and I'm so happy it's finally here. Well, you know, Matt Fraction had an amazing comic run where he paired Hawkeye and Kate Bishop. And we knew that we wanted to do that pairing and to bring Kate Bishop into the MCU. We had an ideal casting, which was Hailee Steinfeld. Like, wouldn't it be great if she's her or somebody like her? Well, let's see if she'd be interested in our world. We don't know. And thankfully she was. And she agreed to do this for us. And you just see in these first couple episodes the magic between the two of them.
I even can't describe. Excitement is huge. I feel like a teenager right now. You know, I'm starting in every way. That's one of the first interviews in English, actually, on American soil. This role is a first in the way premiere for me as well here on American soil, and it's never too late to start in the way, right? So yeah, I'm very excited.
Oh, and it's wonderful. I mean, again, I'm also aware of how seriously people take this, and I myself was a fan, but you forget, or I guess I had an element of fear, I think, coming into this, that you want to live up to what they expect. And but so far, you know, I've also come to understand that there's a real love of just the MCU in general. Yeah, no, I mean, Clint is the family man. I mean, that's the sort of one of the defining aspects of his character as we've seen him through the MCU. And so, yeah, Christmas feels like the perfect time to meet him and to see him sort of, I think, at this time of peace. It's also a heightened time of year. Everyone's emotions are always running high, and there's sort of an enforced joy that's supposed to be in the air. So that's the fun too, is kind of watching that slowly get attacked and interrupted for Clint.
Yeah, this is great. I mean, it's sort of, you start seeing the light at the end of the tunnel from the whole pandemic. You know, seeing people around, the red carpet, all the fans behind. This is crazy. It's wonderful. It's great. I mean, just the whole like concept of the whole Marvel thing is just taken over, you know? I mean, with all the movies and everything, people really sort of latched onto it. And I mean, it's wonderful. It's good that people are, you know, excited about projects and, you know, it's family oriented and it's around Christmas. So, I mean, it's just good fun, you know? I think that that's like an entire character by itself. Just the fact that it's Christmas and it's family oriented, you know? I mean, it makes it just sort of much more like cozy, you know? Like it makes things more important. Guy trying to get back to his family.
Oh my God, Hawkeye, Kate Bishop, what a beautiful duo. It's fun, it's Christmas, it's New York, and we get to learn a little more about who he is and where he's been. And we have a new character in our family, and so we're here to welcome her. Not only is it a family theme, but also getting home for the holidays, which is something that we all strive for. Sometimes we do it, sometimes we don't. Hawkeye has bigger obstacles than we do. But that's the whole thing, right? Trying to get to the people you love in times that mark a moment, right? So whether it's Christmas, Thanksgiving. But yeah, it's a family event. It's about where do you belong?